We're standing here in Fort Smith, Arkansas at the corner of 13th Street and Garrison Avenue. Behind me, many years ago, stood the Goldman Hotel, somewhat of a famous landmark here in this area. Well, the significance to the Goldman is not that my family had anything to do with the hotel business, but somewhere around the turn of the century, there was a gentleman by the name of W.H. Ray, also known as Major Ray, or in the advertisement known as Buster Brown. Yes, he was the model that everyone knows in the Buster Brown shoe commercials. And it was during a promotional tour that Buster Brown, W.H. Major Ray, stayed here at the Goldman Hotel. The oddity, or perhaps the significance of his stay here in Fort Smith, is for those who may have seen these commercials. The character says, "Hi, my name is Buster. I live in a shoe. Here's my dog Tigey. You'll like him too." Tigey was with him, and during his stay here in Fort Smith, the dog Tigey passed away. Well, in just a second, I'm going to take you to another part of town and show you where Tigey was buried. This is it, somewhere here about where I'm standing, because at the turn of the century or so, this was a residence, and the dog was buried somewhere in the front yard, except today what this area is a part of Sparks Hospital. So either Tigey is buried deep down underneath something somewhere, or long ago the bones and remains of Tigey have been dug up, and who knows where they are, because they rested here for what is surely over 100 years. But that's the relationship that my grandfather, Buster Brown, had with that Buster Brown, W.H. Major Ray. Well, the question that is always asked deals with my grandfather. Is he really Buster Brown? Well, my grandfather was born in Oklahoma in 1906, long before Oklahoma became a state. It was still a territory. So at that point, birth certificates did not exist. So in looking to have the evidence, so to speak, I brought you out here to the cemetery along the banks of the Arkansas River where my grandfather is buried. And sure enough, you see right here, it does say Buster Brown. Now, the truth of the story is, was Buster Brown his name? No, my grandfather's real name was Roy Mildred Brown. And yes, the brand of shoes were already in existence, Buster Brown shoes. And Buster simply became his nickname. Or as I might see it, can you imagine a young boy running around with his friends and being called Mildred? Nah, I don't think so. But the name Buster Brown is associated with my grandfather, and he is known in this town as being the Buster Brown.